EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Banff Springs Golf Club is unique in so many ways, especially known for its panoramic beauty. Challenging layout is set in the heart of the Canadian Rockies. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo, ready for the call. Frank, what holes could be a real challenge out there today?
I think if you want to score well today, Rich, you're going to have to play the par threes well. There's 5 of those. They're a good test. You've got one shot straight into that green if you want to set up birdie. There are 4 par 5s here. That's obviously where you can get your score.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, what's the best way to attack on this second shot, opening hole?
Less confusion, Rich. Just look at the flag. This is a fairly flat piece of fairway we're heading off and to a green that's very generous.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. He has a birdie opportunity here. -1 in the early going. Frank, how about the par 3 second hole?
The first of 5 par 3s the players will play today, Rich. This one's surrounded by bunkers, but certainly one of the shorter par 3s. So with a good tee shot here, you can imagine you could easily get a putt inside 10 to 15 feet for birdie. Should be safely on deck.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
And that drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly. And you'll certainly get a good reward with a... Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Smoked that one.
He's hit a good drive here at the third. Down there a good ways and in the fairway.
Second shot. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Frank, it's always fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
The ball's going to go further. Obviously, get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So to 4 under with a 2nd straight birdie. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Second shot. Good look at the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Rory try up next.
I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved with a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave it, what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run, how it just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Count it as 6 birdies for the day. Well, Frank, this is the longest hole on the golf course, 602 yards. Obviously a par 5, though. Guys like Rory have to be thinking about making an easy 4, getting home in 2.
Yeah, you referenced it. Longest hole on the golf course. Yet Rory Mclroy still reached it in 2.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
And the ball settles on the green about 26 feet away.
Not the easiest of putts coming up.
Settles in over the putt. On the way.
No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. And that flag's on the right. It's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of chute of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Impressive play so far into these heavy winds. You could say he's just been breezing through this round. Frank, a lot of exciting shots on this opening side, and here we go again, second to this par 5 ninth.
Got to look at the green down the other side, Rich. Pitches a lot from left to right, so 2 choices. You're going to hit a normal shot. You've got to aim that a little left of that flag. Either that or draw it back towards the flag and into that uphill slope.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Stacking birdies, that's how you put a score on the board. So 2 straight and headed in the right direction. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
This is a good-looking shot. On the green in regulation. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the 2 little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
There you go, 310 yards. Caught all of that one and straight as well. It's in the fairway. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Perfect, and in the hole. What a shot. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Looking at 125 yards. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Now a 7-footer. $15 under for the day. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Count it. That's a birdie. And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot. I'm loving that balance.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. He's safely on deck.
Safely aboard. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Frank, looking at this approach now to the 16th, what does the player need to be aware of?
You've got to make sure you fly the ball every inch of the way here, Rich. The ball won't kick forward because of that false front. So making sure you at least club up, not club down.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just a couple of feet. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
Just a perfect drive here at 17. This has left him a good look at this hole. Took the big stick off the tee, but still challenging short second shot coming up here, Frank.
A much shorter second shot here on 17, Rich. But because that green's elevated, you've actually got to be that much more precise with this pitch.
So they'll tap in. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Obviously, Frank, you want to hit good shots at a place like this, but you also want to take some shots. You want to snap off a few pictures because it's breathtaking.
I thought you were talking about big game hunting there when you were saying you don't want to shoot these animals. They're beautiful. No, yeah, it is. It's wonderful to come up here and play golf.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
Comfortably knocks it in.
Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.